Let's jump straight into it. Number 1, the Tuskegee syphilis study. This experiment didn't explode, it just kept going. In the 1930s, U.S. public health officials began a study in rural Alabama to observe what happened when syphilis went untreated. The participants were poor black men, many of whom had never seen a doctor before. They were told they were being treated for bad blood, a vague term that covered just about anything. They were not told they had syphilis. For years, the men were brought in for exams, blood tests, and procedures that looked official enough to feel helpful. They received placebos. They received vitamins. They received reassurances. What they did not receive was treatment. As the disease progressed, the effects became harder to hide. Men developed chronic pain, neurological problems, and severe fatigue. Some went blind. Some lost coordination. Some struggled to walk or think clearly. Doctors took careful notes as symptoms worsened. By the 1940s, penicillin became the standard cure for syphilis. The researchers knew this. They actively prevented participants from receiving it elsewhere. Draft notices were intercepted. Local doctors were discouraged from treating them. The study continued for decades. Men died, wives were infected, children were born with congenital syphilis. The experiment only ended in the 1970s after it was exposed publicly. The justification was observation. The outcome was betrayal. Afterward, new rules were written. Consent became mandatory. It took 40 years to decide that watching people suffer wasn't science. Number 2, the Stanford prison experiment. This one fell apart almost immediately. In 1971, a psychology study was designed to examine how people behave in prison environments. Volunteers were randomly assigned to be guards or prisoners. The setting was a mock prison built in a university basement. Everyone knew it was an experiment. Within days, it stopped feeling like one. The guards began enforcing rules aggressively. Prisoners were woken at night, forced into humiliating routines, and punished for minor infractions. Some were made to clean toilets with their bare hands. Others were isolated in dark closets. Prisoners began showing real distress. Some cried uncontrollably. Some stopped eating. One had to be removed early after breaking down emotionally. The researcher overseeing the study did not stop it. He became absorbed in the roles himself, referring to the guards and inmates as if they were real. The experiment was supposed to last 2 weeks. It was shut down after 6 days. Participants reported lasting emotional effects. What started as a role play had turned into something far more real. The lesson wasn't about prisons. It was about how quickly authority overrides judgment. Number 3, MK Ultra. This program asked a simple question and accepted terrible answers. During the Cold War, U.S. intelligence agencies wanted to know if the human mind could be controlled. The fear was that enemies had already figured it out. The response was a secret program involving drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and psychological stress. Subjects were dosed with powerful hallucinogens without their knowledge. Some were told they were part of therapy. Others were told nothing at all. In some cases, people were observed through one-way mirrors while their behavior deteriorated. Participants experienced panic, paranoia, confusion, and long-term psychological damage. Some believed they were losing their minds, others never fully recovered. In several cases, records were destroyed, oversight was minimal, consent was non-existent. The program ran for years before being partially exposed. Even then, much of the documentation was gone. The goal was control. The result was chaos. Number 4, the Guatemala syphilis experiments. This study repeated the same mistake, louder. In the 1940s, researchers deliberately infected people in Guatemala with syphilis and other sexually transmitted diseases. The subjects included prisoners, soldiers, and patients in mental institutions. They were not informed. Some were injected directly. Others were exposed through more indirect means. Researchers tracked symptoms as infection spread through the body. Participants developed sores, fevers, neurological problems, and long-term complications. Many were never treated properly. Some were treated too late. The study remained hidden for decades. When it was finally revealed, even officials reviewing it later described it as shocking. It violated ethical standards that already existed at the time. The experiment wasn't the result of ignorance. It was the result of indifference. Number 5, the Willowbrook hepatitis studies. This one took place in a children's institution. At a facility for children with developmental disabilities, researchers wanted to study hepatitis. Instead of observing naturally occurring cases, they created them. Children were deliberately exposed to the virus. Infected materials were introduced into their food and environment. Parents were often told participation was necessary for admission. The children developed jaundice, nausea, weakness, and prolonged illness. Some suffered long-term liver damage. Researchers justified the study by arguing that hepatitis was already common in the facility. That didn't make deliberate infection less deliberate. Public outrage eventually shut the studies down. Children are not variables. That's enough history for one video.